Smoking Den. I'm your host for this evening, Smoky Dan, and tonight we're going to be taking a look at, from what I understand, is Nestor Miranda's brand new flagship, the Nestor Miranda collection. I actually had a couple other cigars lined up to do tonight, but I saw this in the humidor where I went to the other day, and I was like, you know what, I gotta try it. Specs on it, it is a short Toro, 5.5 by 54 inches, Habano wrapper from Nicaragua, binders from Nicaragua, and the filler is from three places: Nicaragua again, Brazil, and Honduras. Has a very big band, but a very big band. It's kind of late tonight, but it's handsome, all black and green. This also comes in a Maduro and a Connecticut. The Connecticut, I believe, is just a rewrapped version of the Nestor Miranda Special, but I believe the blend's the same. Anyway, we're reviewing the Habano, so that, as far as I'm concerned, that's what's important. The wrapper, it's a little bit dry looking, but it isn't that way to the touch. Kind of veiny. It's got some pimples on it, but overall a handsome presentation. So without further ado, let's give the end a little snip into my Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtle ashtray. Let's spark up a match. This is my first time smoking in my new crib. I hope I don't set off one of the smoke alarms. First impression, it's very full-bodied. It's going way into my sinuses, and I'm getting a ton of earthy flavor. Just a ton of it. It feels like there's just a little bit of sort of a tiny bit of toasted nut and cream profile on the back palate, but it's really drowned out by all this earth. A little bit of spicy pepper coming in the top palate on the retro hail. That spice is really kicking in now. Really full-bodied. This one is a punch in your face. Some of that cream note is starting to develop a little bit more. Looks like this is not going to be a one-note cigar. Not that I would expect one from Nestor Miranda. I'm going to expect some good things from this cigar, but obviously I have a few inches left to smoke, and we will be back with the verdict in a few seconds on your YouTube screen, in a few minutes for me. And we're back for the verdict on this Nestor Miranda collection, Habano Toro. The burn has been practically perfect. I had to give it a tiny touch up in the last third. The ash, as you can see, is beautiful. And the draw has been perfect throughout. The flavor profile stayed pretty consistent from what I first described for the first 2/3, and then in the last third, the the spice and pepper and the nuts completely died off and were replaced by a woodsy flavor. So now you've got slightly creamy, earthy flavor with a woodsy backdrop that comes in the back palate. Overall, very, very nice. It's a touch less involving than I would have expected from Nestor Miranda collection, but like I say, it's still very good. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. And at $8.50, it's priced less than I would expect from a flagship from any company. But in any case, I definitely recommend it. It is a full-bodied cigar. It's not kicking me in the face quite as bad as it did in the beginning. But I don't know if that's just me being acclimated to the cigar or if it's the cigar. Either way, it's still full-bodied. So, disclaimer, consider a disclaimer given. In any case, one thing I wanted to mention I thought was funny, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree, but look at this band again. I kind of think that looks a little bit like the Tiger Woods logo that you see on his hat when he's golfing. I don't know, it's just me, but whatever. In any case, if this is your first time on the channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button, hit the dislike button, just hit a button. And keep smoking whatever you're smoking. See you around for the next review.